Do you love Australia? Do you think our way of life is worth protecting and preserving? Have you benefited from the Australian system and culture? Today, I'm going to outline 3 reasons why you should attend the March for Australia on Sunday, August the 31st, next Sunday. The main overarching message to send is that we want and need to stop mass immigration so that we can focus on putting Australia first, caring for people who are already here, so that the good things about Australia can be sustained for everyone's benefits. We cannot continue to bring in the number of people, the population the size of Canberra every year. Before we get into the 3 reasons why you should attend the March for Australia, I want to make it clear that I have no connection with the organisation. I don't know who planned the event. I'm only aware of it through social media myself. But my understanding is that the main purpose of the march is to call for an end to mass migration, so that as a country, we can deal with our own internal issues. We can't go back into the past and change the mass migration that's happened over the last 20 years by successive governments. It's arguable that this mass migration up till now has been beneficial for our country, but some are living in regret, and that's understandable to a point. The important thing now is to look to the future and not allow the cost of living pressures and social division to completely ruin our country. It doesn't help to live in the good old days. It's important that we take stock of the many positives that we are still enjoying in our country, and to take a stand for all of us to stop the regression of our societal conditions. So here are 3 reasons why all of us should attend the March for Australia, including you, and send the strong message to the Australian government that we need to stop mass migration under our current circumstances. Reason number 1, tackling the cost of housing. Be it buying a house or renting, the cost of housing has grown so much ahead of wages that it is negatively affecting the majority of Australians. Sure, some Australians are benefiting from some capital growth, but even these folks, if they sell a house, they have to spend an exorbitant amount for another one, and they need renters who can afford to pay the rent. Australia has always been a society that provides everyone dignity and the ability to afford their home, be it owning or renting. It still allows the opportunity for those who work hard to get ahead, but it also supports the others, ensuring they have the necessities of life and a dignified standard of living. Rising waters lift all boats. Reason number 2, building social cohesion. Australia thrives when we stand together, united. This march isn't about division. It's about bringing every community, urban, regional, Indigenous, multicultural, under one banner. Walking shoulder to shoulder dissolves barriers, sparks friendships, and shows that despite our differences, we share a common vision for a fairer Australia. However we all came to be in Australia, we are all Australians now, and we make up the Australian culture, system, and way of life. No matter what our backgrounds are in terms of race, religion, political views, socio-economical status, we are all now Australian, and it's time to take a stand to protect and preserve the Australia that we all know and love for our futures, for our children's futures, and for the people who migrate to Australia in the future, seeking a better life, just like most of us did. Reason number 3, amplify your democratic voice. Too often, decisions get made behind closed doors. When we mobilise in numbers, we remind our leaders that democracy isn't passive, it's active. Marching sends a clear message. We're watching, we care, and we expect accountability on the cost of housing and social cohesion. We the people need to be louder than the lobbyists. The lobbyists are big, powerful companies, organisations and industries that constantly have the ears of our political leaders. They influence the policy for their own benefits. and not necessarily for the benefit of all of us. An example of a powerful lobbyist is the higher education industry. The higher education promoters are constantly wanting more and more students to come to the country to boost their own business models without considering how it's affecting the rest of us who already live here. Other big companies such as airlines, telcos, big providers of products and services, they constantly want more and more customers to buy their products and services. So they are always trying to get the government to maintain this mass immigration to improve their profit and loss statements. Finally, and probably the biggest culprit, is the Australian government itself. They are so scared of stopping mass immigration for the effect that it might have on their economic growth figures. Successive governments have all relied on this mass immigration to fuel the economic growth figures that they think keep them in power. If they don't have economic growth, they fear the wrath of the voters at the next election. But really, again, it's just putting their self-interest ahead of what's best for everyone. It's time for our leaders to make some difficult decisions, which put the welfare and the prosperity of all of us first for those who already live in Australia, rather than chasing the wind of never-ending economic growth figures. Our economy needs an adjustment. We need less people arriving to smooth down the cost of housing and to retain social cohesion. Attending this march is our democratic mechanism of making a loud and clear statement to our leaders that we will back you if you stand up for our best interests. It's possible that a new breed of leaders will take note, ride the wave of support, and do what is best, not just what looks good on their treasury reports. So those are your 3 reasons: the cost of housing, social cohesion, to amplify your democratic voice. The March for Australia is happening on Sunday, the 31st of August, in your capital city. I'll put links to the website in the description below. Grab your friends, make your signs, and let's turn our voices into change. Hit that like button if you're in. Drop a comment on what reason matters most to you. And don't forget to subscribe. See you at the march. Cheers for now. Bye.